All right, it's still good morning, Anambra. This is the last lap of our discussion this morning. And what do we have? The topic of our discussion now is centered on apathy for made in Nigerian goods. If you're watching me, I don't know which one you're wearing and where it is made. All right, you're going to find out why our people don't really patronize made in Nigeria, or don't patronize it the much they should. And with us in the studio to really look at this is the House Committee Chairman, Trade, Commerce and Wealth Creation, Honorable Pete Ibida. Honorable, you're welcome to the studio this morning.
My pleasure.
What is your welcome?
Thank you.
It's good to have you here.
My pleasure, dear.
All right, let's quickly let you know that this program is audience participatory, and I gana supiana bank I will go but that will be after we've gone to the studio to get you a feel of the people concerning the topic. When we return, we'll start talking. Please don't go anywhere.
Oftentimes we don't patronize for certain reasons. One is the quality of our products. Oftentimes you don't guarantee our products. That is one of the reasons. You know, another one is that our products are mostly in short supply. Some of them that are of quality, sometimes when you begin to look for them after, you may not find them again. So sometimes you now depend on the ones that are readily available.
Locally made products are costly, and they are not up to standard to compare the ones that are imported into the country.
Ọtụtụ na-ekwenye na ife alụ na be anyị enwere isi na ọ da afịa arụ o mebie. Ọnya ka ji agbaje n'ihe alụ na ofesi ma onye ndị ọcha alụ. Ọ dụọ mma, ihe ojiri odo mma bụ na ọ bụrụ na anyị rapụ nke ndị be anyị na-ego nke ndị mba ọzọ. Ịmanụ anyị na-akpalụ ndị mba ọzọ ego.
It's possibly because of on the one side ignorance and lack of advertisement on part of our people. Yes, that's the basic thing. Issue of advertisement. It's issue of marketing. If people market their product properly, it will sell.
I feel like a lot of people have misconceptions on made in Nigerian products. They always feel like they are substandard, which is not necessarily the case, because I feel like we have some good manufacturing plants and good made in Nigerian products that are saturating the market right now. But people who just want to go for the bigger names or the multinational names as it's well, because they feel like it's highly superior. But I feel like it's a very, very wrong misconception.
All right, it's Good Morning Anambra show, and now, Honorable, you've heard what the people outside there are saying concerning not patronizing. Some of them actually talked about the reason people don't patronize goods made in Nigeria, and some spoke on the implications of patronizing other people's goods at the expense of ours. Could you please quickly react to that before we go on?
All those people that reacted now are right in the different perspectives. The first person mentioned quality. The second person mentioned adverts. The other person mentioned discrimination against our Nigerian products. And according to him, is based on misconceptions. And basically, they are right. If you take from the first one, that is quality, sometimes because of substandard products, because our people tend to, because they want to maximize profits, they want to have super profits, they tend to lower the quality, and of course, so that they maximize their profits. And it affects, of course, purchases. People's it doesn't attract people. And even when you buy such a product and get home to use it, you feel disappointed. And tomorrow you won't go back. But I bet
have you had such experience
of course,
before?
yes. Of course, yes. But on the other side of it, there are products which are best. Nigeria is outstanding in production. And that, if you look at cables, electrical cables, Nigeria is #1 in the whole world. The contract we do for Shell and other oil companies, go to anywhere, if you import any cable, they won't accept it. And Shell has a standard, international standard. That time it used to be cable metal. Now it is both the one in Newi here, the ones in Newi, produced in Newi. That is the one. These are the ones they accept. And Umoji. These are the ones they accept. And that is because of the institution, the electrical institution, cable institution, have created a standard and institutionalized that standard. And all over the world, they are now tops, the best all over the world. And that is the one the oil companies accept today. Now, if you go to drugs, this lady helped to institutionalize sanity in drug making in Nigeria. And Nigeria is ranked one of the best for the drugs we produce in Nigeria today. Call it Panadol and all those ones. Even some antibiotics, they are very high quality drugs. This is another institution that's doing well. So if this electrical cable institution is doing well, our drugs institution is doing well, why wouldn't this spread to other institutions as well? Shoemaking industry, they should also try and sanitize and standardize their products. And people would have confidence in patronizing them.
Let us emphasize the issue you mentioned, having confidence. One little boy said, what is the opposite of original? He said China. But it's funny. But coming to look at it from another climb, you find out that when people say this is Abamed, the customer will say, no, I don't want this. I want the original. I want the main one. So how can we change the mindset of our people to really value what we have?
I can tell you with every audacity that even that Abamed we are talking about, their safety shoes, for instance, we use them for oil companies' jobs. In oil companies, you can't work in their field, in any site, anywhere without safety boots. And with even Abamed, there are some quality ones made in Aba that are acceptable by Shell or all the oil companies. But some also produce substandard safety shoes and other shoes. So why wouldn't, that's why I said it is important that we standardize the quality of these products.
And whose job is that? Whose job is that? Is it the maker, the manufacturers of this?
Of course, I think the governor of Abia State is doing something about it, but whatever he's doing is not yet good enough to help to bring it up to the level where this cable I mentioned down, they are. Because
where does the Standard Organization of Nigeria, where does that come from?
Of course, Standard Organization, I think sometimes they are there for the name. It is basically the very particular institutions that will take it up.
I want us to look at this direction, government's role in this direction. Recently, the Senate said innocent vehicles should now be distributed to senators. Why is it that it is happening now? Innocent have been there for a long time. Nobody did that. And then today, people go to abroad to have their medical care instead of being in Nigeria to do that. People go abroad to buy even rice, forgetting what is made here in Nigeria or in Anambra State, to be precise.
Yes, I wouldn't.
Is it not government that should have been at the top of it to ensure that whatever that is produced here is being, accepted?
That is right. I do not think that Senate intervening now and encouraging various arms of government, parastatals, and what have you, to patronize innocent. It's not late. Because you give our people time to prove their worth. And I think innocent has proved its worth. It has created a standard. And that is why people, they have confidence in their product, their vehicle products. And even in Anambra State, The governor of Anambra State has placed order for innocent products, and they have been he has been patronizing innocent products, and that is because of the quality they have seen in the innocent products. So, ordinarily, our people do not shy away from quality; they embrace quality. But when you start to dissimulate, to come with hypocrisy, to camouflage, cosmetize, and then think that you can deceive people, people will run.
No, the point I'm making is it not government that's supposed to have actually placed embargo on all those that come from, and then ask people to look inwards and concentrate
that's
on what
I'm
is being done
saying,
here.
that you don't place embargo when you have not gotten the right one.
Okay.
But now that Innocent is doing the right thing, and that is why they have gone out, they are all coming out to clamor for patronage, for patronizing Innocent Motors, their products.
Away from Innocent Motors, and then let's look at.
And the same thing I said about cable, Nigerian cable, electrical cable, that you can't import cables into this country for any standard institution, and they accept it's Nigerian product because it's the best.
All right, sir. I know we have talked about government's role in all this, and I know that that's what we call oversight function from the House of Assembly, and there's a relevant committee that takes care of commerce and industry and those kind of things. So, where do they come in there?
Yes, of course. We also encourage the industries, various industries, the wealth creators, of course, to give us the best. And of course, we also call on some to oversight these industries as well, that is Standard Organization of Nigeria. And also some other institutions that have rules to play on standardization of our products.
So what I mean, is there any time that like you go inspect
yes,
roads?
Of course, I'm coming to that. Of course, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that ours will not be enough. Because we can, remember, we have limited legislative powers. We do not have, this is a private company. That's a private company. So we have limited legislative powers to oversight them and place sanctions. We don't have that kind of overwhelming powers. So there are limited powers. If it's like government parastatals, especially Anambra state government, and the parastatals, like this APS, of course, we have overwhelming powers to oversight you.
To scrutinize.
Yeah, to scrutinize.
All right.
But for public, federal government institutions, of course, is National Assembly. And when it comes to private institutions, no. You can
I know it's not going to be like that with the shoe market that is coming up at Obunike. That one is state government oriented.
Then, of course, we would, of course, oversight them thoroughly. And then, of course, make sure they align with the standard.
All right, at this point, please, we'll be going on a very short break. When we return, the program will continue. Please don't go anywhere. All right, it's still Good Morning Anambra, our discussion segment, the last lap of it this morning, and we are looking at apathy for made in Nigerian goods. A lot have been said in this program this morning, and we still have Honorable Pete Ibida in the House, who is the Chairman, House Committee on Trade, Commerce, and Wealth Creation. Now, Honorable, earlier...
I wanted to draw to what was just advertised about what is happening tomorrow. And then on Thursday, the Vice President coming about the small-scale, medium enterprises being encouraged. Now, on those who are doing this made in Nigeria goods, most of them don't go to the standard, possibly because of finances. They don't have the enabler to get it right. Do you think governments will do something in this direction to encourage
there are
all
so
these
many
individuals?
impediments, and the major impediment, which is the enabler you're talking about, is energy, power. You just mentioned that shoemaking industry that is springing up in Obunike. of course, created by Anambra State government. Anambra State government cannot do so much because the issue of power is basically in the hands of the federal institution. And of course, without power, without energy, our small-scale industries will hardly come upstream. And what kills our industries, be it big industries, small-scale industries, is the same lack of power. You don't have electricity, you cannot energize the industry. And that is a big problem. Even even service industries, production industries, they are discouraged. So if the president is coming to institute or motivate small-scale industries, I think basically they have to start with issue of power to address it. And possibly we should have what we have like in River State, gas turbines, though just few areas in River State, not everywhere. Gas turbines. If we can have gas turbines, especially that we have gas in Quantum in Anambra State, especially Omambala area, then we will get there. But without power, I think we are still living on mendacity.
Okay, let's see who is here.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, Imba, actually, Ntobuli ku something where onwere onye kwuru okwu na Vox Pop na sometimes you got for goods made in Nigeria and well quality, but after some time they cease to exist. You know? And in Anyakita, the way clothing are made in our place. If una
sorry,
you know.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tune down your the volume of your seat. Okay, I'm out there. You guys are not forgetting the bisa.
Oh, now. So, Imago, and because if you told me, Emena by Machaloma, I know Gidezi Manfuya, you know, and that is the possibility that we can do better.
Of course,
better than
if we are system encouraged. Of course.
Sorry, hello.
We have the ingenuity.
Okay.
All right. So when you were talking about power, which is part of the problems, anyone,
major part.
So on odirom na government obodo anyị ga-enenye anya ka amali ihe nwere ike ime ka wee kwanite ihe a na-eme na bai, because enwere potentials na we can do better than these people anyị na-eje egote ihe from nke ha.
All the unfortunate that even Ghana here, even Rwanda, we know what Rwanda went through. Rwanda is not up to 10 million people. They're not up to 10 million. But the country is fully energized to 24 hours. Ghana, of course, you can't take light. You can't have darkness for up to 1 hour in Ghana. And here in Nigeria,
it's Nigeria that's supplying them power.
Here in Nigeria, of course, from our dam.
Ambila.
But we can't manage ours. It is unfortunate. And that is why we are talking about restructuring. Because with structuring, it's decentralized. All these functions will be decentralized. But when everything is at the center, that's the problem.
Hello, good morning. Chimeze is a new Wagani.
Open that to no Guana. Oh, Yabasa Shubekano is book here. Muamu Shubekanaba. Rowania. When I bought the them that time I bought Dubai, but I was sure about Dubai. So, government in allow that come with John Shunda, Nigeria. So, make I was the problem. I was the problem on the line. So, I have about shoes. Where Baba say about this special shoe and buy shoe. So all the government got about all those things. All that them man. So I have problem. And that thing is many of people say I have to say the shoemaker. Baba is all wrong. Some of it, like myself, I am to say driver now. I have tomorrow now. The shoemaker tomorrow. You have the motor. Now because of Guinea, I am a guy shoe and manga. So that's the problem. So all those governments can help why on why. If we are again about now, like I said, I been one also. Many people that go at that time, many of them but also.
Oh,
That's a good experience, very good experience. And that calls on, of course, that it will induce us to call on the National Assembly to institute some bills that will be able to discourage importation of most of these products that we are doing already taken off in Nigeria, and we are doing well. Like this shoemaking industry we are talking about. I mean, we should either increase the tariff in any form of a tax that would discourage importation of some of these shoes.
Shoes, yes.
Now we can
Sorry.
Hello. Especially.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
After weekend now, Okafo.
Ikenna Okafo. Kebisa abo.
Ngapha for many people.
Ngwagani.
Okay. If I need now, Ima, if someone election na Lagos, but my dear, just shoe. And sometimes I want to charge you from Havana, but at the cost of Napusiano. And the cost of Pusiano, Japusiano, and I have to charge you they're made in China, they're made in Italy. That's all part of the other part of the shoe. Sometimes I read the Lagos the shoe. I know I have to say I do not go to look at the shoe. But that's not made in China, made in Italy, which is not good. Don't they buy another shoe now? But I had the part of shoe in there. They are made in Nigeria.
That's a good one.
You see, this has been a big problem because people are no more proud of what they are.
Yes.
So only there's Ode made in Dubai.
Because all they are made in Nigeria, they are made in China.
It takes us to societal values. The societal values. Our people we do not value what we have.
Mana nwekwala ihe ọzọ dị mkpa maka ndị a na-ekwu ka ha nye aka ịma na ha ncha ọtụtụ oge ha na-efepụ na-efebata so most of the things ha na-eyikọ ma shoe ma watches ma ihe ndị ọzọ abụrọba anyị ka emeli ya so abịazie onye nọ na-akụ ga-asị gị na nke iyi n'ụkwụ kedu ebe emeli eji asị nyanwa ji egobe nke emelụ
mana onwe ndị a na-alụ ihe a dị so crafty, that is ha ma alụ ife ọfụma iweta nke ahụ si Taiwan ma nke ahụ si obodo Igbo ha aka ọtụọ ya lụkwa ya ọ dịkwa ka nke ahụ esi obodo Igbo, and they need to be encouraged. Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Batunaka, say it. Batunaka, reduce the volume.
Let me go back.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Biko ọ bụ na ikpe anyị ka barụ gbatuo TV gị biko ọ bụ na ịchọ ka anyị na gị kparịta nkata ihe ọzọ m chọrọ ịjụ kịta bụ the implications of this apathy for made in Nigerian goods. Kedu what are we losing?
Of course we are losing a lot. You look at our IGR. In fact, by the time you patronize, it's like a chain, economic chain. If you patronize a shoe made in China, for instance, of course, you have energized the economy of China, and at the expense of Nigerian economy, and even the taxes there, because they would pay their taxes with the products they have.
All right, let's hear before we continue.
Hello.
Okay.
Then again, of course, you are discouraging our local industries by the time you are patronizing those ones there. And of course, you are also creating a gap between what that economy, the economy of the subsistence economy and the big economy here. Those people that are in small-scale industries are already discouraged.
Sorry. Hello?
No, about data you are saying.
What you are? Oh?
But there's another area we want to look at. You mentioned power, but I think there are other areas.
Of course, you have not allowed us to dwell on them.
It's okay.
There have been interjections.
Okay, the other areas. Go ahead.
Naturally. Okay, I was looking at it like that man mentioned the roads. Na fana lushu na ba. Mane were roads e bendia Africa say be blue ngwa pepa na alo. Yotago. And then another thing people now complain about what this industrialists now complain about tax. Na anafa nuku tax. Most of them were industries and companies outside this country, and they produce here by they say they pay less taxes there than here. What do we do?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm from Awada.
Ekoma from Awada.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, we lost. Oh, yeah. Honorable.
I don't know from where this was. Let's see. Ọ na-create ọrụ, ọ na-enye ọrụ na ọ bụ na anyị na-ego nke a na-emebe na bank, because more people will go into that production and will also employ people. Ga anabata ndị mmadụ ha ga-ewecha n'ọrụ a na-alụlụfa dịka shoe industry ya nwa ikwu kịta. Example again, if je na na-ewufu ifu ndị mmadụ a na-ekwughalị because the industries dị ebe anwa na-produce ife na-eme ọfụma ma ibe to companies, innocent and so on. A lot of industries there. When they buy n'ọrụ mana ọ bụ na anyị na ọ bụ na ha dey produce of ife dị mma dị standard and they patronize ife. Number one, na ha na-eme ife dị mma. Number two, na when they patronize ife. Mana ọ bụ na these two the lacking, of course the industries would have died, and these people I were n'ọrụ ama na-alụ ya. And then, of course, the IGR, no matter how small, there must be something coming into the government coffers. But it is important that small-scale industries, especially like the ones you are talking about, Bunike now, to me, I feel that they should give them a tax waiver.
3 years.
For some time. I think in the federal, if you incorporate a company, we usually given 18 months. That's virtually almost 2 years that you wouldn't pay tax. So it is important that you give them the tax waiver so that they would come up and indirectly they are paying into the economy. They are stimulating the economy. They are injecting the resources into the economy. So of course the economy starts growing. Of the economy of that environment, of course, that like Anambra State starts growing. So the IGR inadvertently is coming in. So if the state economy is growing, and of course, what again are we looking for? So we want the growth, we want the trajectories, we want the stimulation of the economy. And without these small-scale industries coming upstream and then stabilizing, the state economy will start dwindling.
All right, I would like to thank you so much, Honorable Pete Ibida, for coming. You are the Chairman House Committee on Trade, Commerce and Wealth Creation. We so much appreciate your coming this morning.
Thank you very much for coming.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Gentlemen, we'll leave.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for your time today on Good Morning Anambra show. We've actually looked at so many things, but it's left for you to make an informed decision. Till we come your way again tomorrow, we remain Nonye Wokoe and
then Theophilus Okoha.
My name is Sijoma Uche.
See you tomorrow.